Hello everyone. Today my topic is compound interest. What is compound interest? Compound interest, the difference between the final amount and the original principal. Principal means a money borrowed is called compound interest. Compound interest in short is written as CI. Let me explain compound interest with the help of an example. Question is, calculate the compound interest on rupees 12,500 for 2 years at 6% per annum. So in case of compound interest, first we will calculate the interest for first year. So for first year, from the question given is principal P is equals to 12,500, rate is 6% per annum, and time is equals to 1 year, because when we'll do compound interest we will calculate the interest separately for first year, second year, like that. Now interest is equals to P into R into T whole divided by 100. That means I is equals to, instead of P I will write 12,500, instead of R I will write 6, and instead of time I'll write 1 whole divided by 100, which is equal to, okay, I'll show you, two zeros will get cancelled. 125 into 6 is equals to 750. That means interest for first year is equals to 750. Now we'll calculate amount. Amount is equals to principal plus interest. That means here principal is equals to 12,500 plus interest is 750. So when I add this one, I'll get rupees 13,250. That means amount at the end of first year, is 13,250. Now this amount 13,250, it becomes a principal for second year. So principal for second year is 13,250. Rate is same, 6% per annum. Time is 1 year. This is for second year. Now similarly we will calculate interest. P into R into T whole divided by 100. So 10 will get cancelled. 2 3 just 6, 2 5 just 10, 5 1 just 5, with the 5 2 is 10, 5 6 is 30, 5 5 is 25. So when I multiply this two number, I'll get rupees 795. 3 5s are 15, 3 6 is 18 plus 1 is 9, 3 2 is 6 plus 1 is 795. So amount is equals to, in second year principal is 13,250 plus rupees 795. So when I add this two number, I'll get amount is equals to 14,045 rupees. So amount at the end of second year. But we need to calculate a definition of compound interest. Compound interest is equals to amount minus original principal. Compound interest is equals to, amount is 14,045 rupees minus original principal is the principal in the first year, that is 12,500. So CI is equals to rupees. When I subtract this two, I'll get 1,545. So compound interest is equals to 1,545. Now what is the differences between a compound interest and simple interest? So in case of simple interest, the principal remains constant for the whole loan period, or for whole transaction our principal remains same in case of simple interest. But in case of compound interest, the principal goes on changing. You have just now we come across at first year principal is equals to 12,500, in the second year is 13,250. Now next problem, a man invests rupees 46,875 at 4% per annum compound interest for 3 years. Calculate the interest for the first year. Number 2, the amount standing to his credit at the end of second year. And number 3, the interest for the third year. So we will calculate, we'll solve the sub number one by one. So first I need to find the interest for the first year. So for that we'll solve like this. For first year, principal is equals to 46,875, rate is equals to 4% per annum, and time is 1 year. Be careful, always time is 1 year. So I is equals to P into R into T whole divided by 100. P is 46875 into 4 into 1. So now here 4 1 are 4, 4 into 25 is 100. Now 5 5s are 25 with 5 9s are 45, 1 will be 18, 5 3s are 15, 16 17 37, 5 7s are 35, 2 5 5s are 25. Now so we get 5 1s are 5 with the 5 1s are 5, 6 7 8 9, 5 8s are 40, 43, 5 7s are 35, 5 5s are 25. So interest is equals to 1,875. So we got the answer for sub number 1. We need to calculate the interest for the first year. So we got interest for the first year is equals to 1,875. The interest for the first year is equals to 1,875. And now sub number 2, I need to calculate the amount standing on his credit at the end of second year. So now amount at the end of first year, amount means principal plus interest. So when I add 46,875 plus 1,875 is equals to rupees 48,750. Now this amount at the end of first year, it becomes a principal. It becomes a principal for the second year. This is very important. Amount at the end of first year becomes a principal for the second year. So principal for second year is 48,750. Rate is 4%. Time is 1 year. So I is equals to 48,750 into 4 into 1 whole divided by 100. So 1 0 1 0 will get cancelled. 5 2 is 10 with the 5 9s are 45, 46, 47, 48, 5 7s are 35, 36, 37, 5 5s are 25. Now 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So interest for the second year is equals to 2 5s are 10, 1 2 7s are 14 plus 1 is 15, 2 9s are 18, 18 plus 1 is 19. That is rupees 1,950. So interest for second year is 1,950, but I need to calculate amount for the second year. So amount is equals to principal plus interest. For second year, principal is 48,750 plus interest is 1,950. So when I add this two number, I'll get 50,700. So this is the answer for sub number 2. The amount is standing to his credit at the end of second year is equals to rupees 50,700. Now for the third year, I just need to calculate a interest. So for third year, principal is equals to rupees 50,700. That means amount at the end of second year becomes a principal for the third year. So principal is equals to rupees 50,700. Rate is equals to 4% per annum. Time is equals to 1 year. Now I is equals to 50,700 into 4 into 1 whole divided by 100. Now here very simple calculation, 2 0 2 zeros will get cancelled. So 4 into 507, 4 7s are 28, 5 4s are 20. So this is a final answer. The interest for the third year is equals to 2028 rupees. We just need to calculate interest only. So this is your final answer. Okay, next question, calculate the amount due and the compound interest. So now in this case we need to calculate the amount as well as compound interest on rupees 10,000 in 2 years when the rate of interest on successive year is 8% and 9% respectively. Now the point to be noted is here, in this case, in this problem we have a different rate. For the first year it's 8% and for the second year it's a 9%, but we will follow the same step. For first year, principal is equals to rupees 10,000, rate denoted by R1 because we have two different rate. So R1 is equals to 8% per annum, time is equals to 1 year. So I is equals to P into R1 into 1 whole divided by 100. Two zeros will get cancelled. 100 into 8 is 800. So interest for the first year is rupees 800. Now amount is equals to rupees 10,000 plus 800, that is principal plus interest. We will get rupees 10,800. Now this amount at the end of first year, it becomes a principal for the second year. So principal for second year is 10,800, rate R2 is equals to 9%. Now here don't write 8% again because the rate for the second year is 9%. So R2 is equals to 9%, time is 1 year. So I is equals to P into R into T whole divided by 100. 2 0 will get cancelled. 108 into 9 is equals to rupees 972. So now according to question, I need to calculate first amount. So amount at the end of second year is equals to rupees 10,800 plus 972. So when I add this one, it's rupees 11,772. So this is a amount. So this is a one answer. So we got the amount, but now I need to calculate compound interest also. Compound interest is equals to amount minus original principal. So in this problem we'll get two principal. For the first year is a 10,000 and second year is a 10,800. This 10,000 principal for the first year is known as a original principal. So amount is 11,772 minus 10,000 is equals to rupees 1,772. So this is your second answer. So we got amount is equals to 11,772, compound interest is equals to 1,772. Now next problem, calculate the difference between the compound interest and simple interest on rupees 20,000 in 2 years at 8% per annum. So in this case, first we will calculate compound interest, then we will calculate simple interest, then we'll subtract, and whatever we'll get, that is the answer. So for compound interest, for first year, principal P is equals to rupees 20,000, rate is equals to 8% per annum, time is 1 year. I is equals to 20,000 into 8 into 1 divided by 100. 2 zeros gets cancelled. 200 into 8 is equals to 1,600. Amount is equals to 20,000 plus 1,600 is equals to 21,600. This amount at the end of first year becomes a principal for the second year, that is 21,600. Rate is 8% per annum, time is 1 year. So interest is equals to 21,600 into 8 into 1 whole divided by 100. These 2 zeros will get cancelled. 216 into 8 is equals to rupees 1,728. So amount at the end of second year is equals to 21,600 plus interest 1,728, which is equals to rupees 23,320. But I need to calculate a compound interest. So compound interest is equals to amount minus original principal, that is 23,328 minus rupees 20,000, which is equals to 3,328. That is the value of compound interest is 3,328. Now we need to calculate a simple interest. For simple interest, principal is rupees 20,000, rate is 8% per annum. Now time here it's a 2 years. We'll not do first year, second year, we'll directly use a 2 years. So I is equals to P into R into T all divided by 100. 2 zeros will get cancelled. 200 into 8, 1600 into 2 is 3200. That is the value of I is equals to rupees 3200. But I need to calculate a difference between compound interest and simple interest, that is compound interest minus simple interest. Compound interest we have 3,328 minus simple interest is 3,200. When I subtract this two, I'll get rupees 128. So this is your final answer.